Guys, um you already know what's going on. So I'm adding more power here. I have a preset. I have those batteries, the 5 kilowatt. I'm adding to the system because last night I ran out of power because it was not enough sun, and I have this thing sitting there. I have my neighbors with me helping me out here, and I'm putting it together for the time being, so therefore I will have power tonight because it's been raining all day. So my voltage is about let me show you guys how much the voltage is. Okay, it's about 50. I'm at 50.9, something like that. I can't see. 50.9. It will not last me tonight. Okay, because this inverter burns a lot of electricity. So for the time being, I have this battery. I'm gonna set it up without the BMS for the time being. So the BMS coming back on Wednesday. I will show you guys the system, and those wires back there I will fix them on Wednesday. But tonight I need electricity, so I don't want to be rushing the electricity. And this is what I'm doing, guys. I am putting the batteries right now. I had this set a battery here before. It was pink. This is what it is. I remove it because the voltage is low. So it's 4.0. This is 4.417, 417, 416, 417, 417, 416, 417. So they're all equal now. So I'm gonna have another set of battery to replace that pink battery. Now I'm gonna tie it up together. So I'm gonna start from here to there. Okay, folks? Let me pause this thing and then I will check the voltage when I'm done with the whole thing, guys. Okay, folks. Now I plugged 3 of them. Okay, those are the 3. So now if I bring this thing here, it should give me the voltage. I got 12. Okay? 12. Okay. Now I'm gonna go add the rest of them. Alright guys, this is what I do. Now I got 5 of them plugged in. I check, I'm at 20. 5 times 4 equal to 20, guys. Okay, you can see it. 5 times 12 equal to 20. Now I'm going to add the next 2 of it. That give me 28. Then I put some thing on top of it and start doing the rest of it. Then I will have the power there. Okay, folks. Now the whole set is done. The first set, the first 24 is done. Now I'm checking this guy's here. And my neighbor is holding this thing. I have a 29. See the hand? I'm at 29 in here. It was 28 before though, because I changed one of the batteries. Okay. So now, even though the BMS doesn't show up on time, so I still can run this thing. Okay. Okay, folks. I got the first 28. The first set of 4. Now I'm gonna go plug. I'm gonna put the bench on top of it for a reason. I will explain to you guys why I put the bench on top of it, because this side is negative and the other one gonna be sitting on top of it because the battery doesn't have connection. Hold on. Okay, folks, let me explain something to you. Now, those batteries, if they were in power, that would be fine. You can put them on top of each other. They don't have no connection. The skin is negative, so all the skin is negative. I'm killing mosquitoes, guys. Okay, the skin is negative, so I want to make sure that if any shaking, nothing happen. Okay, anything happen, earthquake. I know there's no earthquake in New York, but I do not know. So somebody hit something or a rat, this thing doesn't move. So therefore, I put something on top of it to make it more secure. And also, we won't touch these guys. You won't touch those guys. Okay, but I will revisit this thing when I got the BMS push them on the back. Now I'm going to connect the next set. I got to do it one by one, guys. Okay, let me put this thing away. Let me put this somewhere here. This is unplugged, so there we go. I have a bench there that I create. I have it in my previous video. Okay, guys, this is where I'm going to put the bench. Okay, And this is what I have here. Let me pause the video and put this set together, guys. Guys, this is another thing. I will have my positive coming right on top of it. In order to not let anything happen. I want to make sure nothing happens, guys. So I put the bench there, something to cover it, so they don't touch each other. Okay. So here we go. You see? Now nothing can touch each other there. So it goes both ways. Now I'm gonna start putting the other battery on. This one gonna go this way, and I'm gonna tie this thing up. See, guys? If you look at my previous video, I preset it. I have a video show you how to put the battery together, how I'm gonna put it there together. All right, guys. Let me pause this and start adding batteries. Okay, guys. Now I put the bench and I put this thing in there. And I'm checking the voltage. I got a black one. I'm at 33. I was at 29 plus 4. That's about 33. My neighbor just saved my butt because I have this thing the wrong way. And I said, hey, the guy said, let's check. I went and checked it. It's very hard to be hard-headed. It won't cost me anything to check. I checked. I had the wrong wire. I flip it. Now I got it right. Okay, folks? Always good to double check the wire, even though you know you did it right. Double check. Okay, folks? Don't forget to subscribe. Now, this is what I did. Let me recap that for you guys. I finished the bottom, as you can see previously. Now I add the top. I connect the top right there. This is the connection for the top. So this is the 7th. This is the 8th, the 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. One of these batteries is weak, so I plan to remove it. Okay? So what I did there, guys, I taped the bottom of it. So to avoid trouble. So everything will be taped. So I'm gonna remove it when I have the BMS. I have the intention to add more batteries in there, but right now this is what we have. Right now we have 14 pack of 121 amp each pack. So that gives us, if you multiply that by 14, it gives you 20 and 14, 48 volt, it gives you 5 kilowatt and change. Okay. So now each time I'm adding the battery, I keep checking the voltage. Each time I add the batteries, I keep checking the voltage for each battery. I remember somebody was working for me. I told them to do that. What they did, they placed all the batteries. Then they started tightening on the bolt. Earlier, I had a 2 positive in here. If I only plug 2 positive, that will not make a big deal. When I plug the next battery, it will be a big deal. So this is why when you check it, if I have 2 positive in here, when I check this bone, this cable, I will have the exact same voltage down there, so that would be wrong. I explained to somebody this, they wasn't listening, so they break my battery. So this is what we have. So if I check all this thing for you guys, you will see it's about 58 volt. Because it's supposed to be 59. I think it's 59 volt. One of those batteries is 4.0. The rest of it is 4 point something. 4.117. So 4.17. Now I have my positive going in here. I just plug it in. I have some extra wire. I'll remove it. The reason I have all those extra wires because I will have a different regulator on a different inverter. So I leave the cable the long way so I can move on. Now this is really tight. This is not tight. I'm supposed to make it tight, but it's hard to remove. Okay, I have to redo the connection. This is why tonight I'm not going to do the connection for the negative there. I'm going to plug it somewhere else in order for me to have power tonight. I don't want to be rationing the power. Okay, guys? Now this is what we have here. Let me go check this thing for you, the voltage. I have this thing here. I have the negative here, the positive in here. I can take the negative, the positive in here. Now let me show you guys something else. The reason I have the bench in here. The battery is not touching each other because there's a frame, the black frame there. Now to be safe, I put a bench there. See, this is negative. If they were next to each other, well, you can create some issues there. I don't want to create no issues, so I have this thing the way it is. And now this thing cannot touch this. The bottom cannot touch the top. Yes, it can, but I'll make sure it doesn't touch the top. Okay? I'll make sure that I pin this down. It doesn't touch the top, it doesn't flop. If I touch the top, it will be fire, big time fire. So I don't have to do that tonight. I'm scared of fire anyway. So now I'm plugging this thing. Now I'm gonna plug this right here, right there. I'm gonna put a fuse there. This is the fuse I have. It's a 200 amp, but I don't need to. That's what I have right now. I need 100 amp from each pack. All those guys are 100 amp. 100 amp. The pack can put this 100 amp. I think I can get 100 amp from this, but the BM is gonna be set up for 40 amp. Okay, so I won't get no more than 40 amp. Now I'm gonna plug this thing here and glue that, put that on the bench. So this doesn't move, so I can plug this wire down there. Okay, folks. So let me go ahead and do that. Then I will have power. Okay, folks. I made this connection here. Okay, there is nothing in the house can burn that much current for the thing to go straight flowing. Right, remember, this battery is at 58. If you check the voltage at 58, they're gonna have a rush power going to all those things here, because they're gonna try to get power from there because they are below the voltage. Okay, so I have the plug in now to set this thing in motion. Okay, I'm gonna monitor this thing from my BMS, from the pack, the bottom pack. Okay, I'm at 51 from the whole battery. 51 coming from there. Okay, 51 coming from there. No, coming from there. This is at 51 volts. The top is at 58. This may be at 51 also. Okay, but there's no BMS to control this. And I also unplug it. You see, it's unplugged. Okay, I do not know how to reset this. I'm probably trying to reset it to see how much voltage this thing has. But what I'm gonna do, let me pause this thing and see if I can reset the whole, that little thing there. If I can reset it, it will tell me how much power this thing has. So what I'm gonna do, there won't be no spark. I'm gonna plug this and just switch this thing on and switch the bottom off at the same time. It will take 2 seconds. So, and drop this thing to a low voltage and see, and then run this thing off this thing tonight. Okay, so let me see if I can set this thing up to 0. Alright folks, this is another day. I'll come back this morning. The battery's running fine. I need to check those two to see which one of them was low. So I gotta see how the performance really compared to the other ones. Okay, battery looks good. Everything looks good. Now the amperage, the voltage is about 51, and well, I'm not sure how to read this thing properly. But the thing says voltage, the amp. The current is 140 amp, 146 amp, and it says power is 7.5 kilowatt. I don't know what does that mean. And energy is 97. I think the power is 7.5 kilowatt. It says that this is about 5 kilowatt. So that's about it. Still the same inverter. Everything's running fine. One thing I noticed when I switched it on last night, and I don't remember the time I switched it on, it lasted me the whole night. This thing lasted me the whole night without any problem. I even fall asleep and left something on in the house. Okay, I fall asleep and left the TV on. I didn't intend to do that. I left the TV on. Okay, one thing I noticed when I turned it on yesterday, I had this thing on, the bottom thing on. What I choose to do, turn this power off and turn this thing on and turn this thing power off. Immediately the fan went low. The fan went low. So I'll probably burn less energy because the fans probably is a 48 volt fans. It probably burned a lot of power, so I'm not sure. It went down. So everything looks good, folks. Now I'm gonna merge the system together. Because the battery on top, this battery is about 51. I believe the bottom was about the same thing. Because when you switch the power on, they get power from the other one to move the other one. So that's going to be another video, guys, and you guys are going to be witness of it. Please subscribe and share and like and comment if you like. That will help tremendously, guys. So this is about my new system. Okay, folks? And that's the end of this video. And see you next time.